Hello survivors, and welcome to another silly Saturday. In today's Saturday video we are doing a Pyromancer ball build. We've got Void, we've got Fire Orb, Shadow Orb and Arcane Orb. So we've got all the orb skills, and we know we needed a 6th skill because we've got the 2 buffs. And I decided, kind of Void is kind of a ball as well, so we would go with that. We were lucky enough at the end of the Overlord 1 cycle to grab ourselves Exposed Weakness, and we've got ourselves Impending Doom as well. So Void kind of just makes a lot of sense because I don't think Cursed procs Doom to Dazed. So really cool there. We are going to start it off showing you what the skills look like on maximum special effects. But we will have to turn it off like immediately, just because otherwise it is going to kill the recording as well as my computer. So let's get straight into it and let's have a look at what this insanity looks like. So hopefully you guys aren't lagging in the video like we did with the combustion build. This is it. And you'll notice that Void is massive, like takes up the entire screen. It is disgusting. So this is the build. We are going to turn the graphics down. Maybe we can put it on to just a little bit, but I don't think so. We're going to turn it right off just to be safe. But I hope you guys enjoyed this 5 to 10 seconds of visuals that we are getting from Fire Orb, Arcane Orb, the Shadow Orb, as well as the massive Void in the corner over there. So let's turn this off and hopefully we can get some decent upgrades while we are busy playing and see where it goes from there. Now again, the only reason we're turning it off is because if you have a lot of AoE as well as a lot of area of effect, it really kills the CPU in the game. And also the bitrate on YouTube, so we don't really want to have all of that happening. I mean, as you can see there, we did already lag out. We got some frame drops. I'm not even sure what happened there, but it did. So we killed the first bosses. You can see the damage over here is actually quite insane. It's probably just because of the Doom, the Cursed and the Doom from Shadow Orb as well as Void. But we can definitely take a look at the damage at the end and see what did the most. We did have Shadow Orb as well as Void up for quite some time. It was more difficult getting Arcane Orb than anything else. The reason we took the Pyromancer as well was because he starts off with the Shadow Orb. Well, you can get Shadow Orb and Void natively, so very easy. We did take Fire Affinity to get the Fire Orb, and then we took Arcane Affinity to grab the Arcane Orb. We were going to be doing a walker build, sorry I was saying that in the beginning, where we take all the fire, like Fire Walk, Path of Decay, as well as the Arcane Rift. So it's the same thing but with the walk abilities, where the trail abilities. So that's also quite a fun little one, definitely something we are going to be doing coming weeks of silly Saturdays. But for now, I thought, you know what, let's just do the Orb one, since recently we spoke about Fire Orb. Why not put it in a silly Saturday with all the other Orb skills? So that was my thinking behind it. That's why we did do it. And it's just been really cool. As you can see, the damage is just immensely insane. Now, we don't really need anything. As you can see, our damage is right there anyway. So we're just going to take whatever not crit chance, we're going to be taking a lot of crit damage as well, because we have a lot of crit chance already. Now we don't need duration because, as you can see, the cooldown is lower than the actual duration already. And we can go multicast over there, damage for that, more area of effect, more Doom because we do have Impending Doom somewhere here. There it is over there. So damage to Doom is going to work. We can go for potency, multicast, and some poison to Doom. We do have, or we did pick up quite a few venomous there as well. So that definitely helps with the damage output. I think if we try to stay away from like a wall, and allowing them to hit the walls, it might help with increasing the FPS or not lagging as hard. So we'll see. Obviously killing the bosses quicker is also good so that they don't get to spawn their attacks and make more clutter on the screen for us. So the faster we can kill things, obviously the better our output will be for you guys for viewing the actual video. It's pretty insane how some of these skills are just like, you know, computer killers. I know that when the people first got synergetic out, I mean not synergetic, singular focus, the rune, and they discovered it, what happened is a lot of people used the chaos totems, and you could increase its duration as well as the amount of totems, and it just became an insane amount of totems and projectiles on your screen, and it completely broke, well, crashed people's computers and the game, and just wasn't happy with that. So you can no longer get duration onto the totems, and yeah, that's kind of what had to be done, just so it wasn't destroying the computers as much as it was. Obviously, I still think if you don't have a high-spec PC, it's possible that it's going to hurt your FPS as well as any sanity you might have with trying to play the game with so many projectiles on it, especially if you don't want to put all opacity off. But yeah, no, not something I've ever done, and I'm happy to stay away from 6 totems. Alright, we have 11 skill points. Let's go put them in. Even more multicast there on the void, why not? We can go for some slows now as well. Maybe we can grab ourselves a hypothermia, which we don't have just yet. We are getting a lot of multicast for void. Where is this upgrade actually? We have 2 legendary upgrades to multicast for void. That is disgusting. Ma. Maybe we can hit even more. Oh, that is so good. Void sitting on 300% multicast. I wonder how much multicast do we have? So we have nearly 500% multicast on Void. So, you know, there's going to be a lot of big ball action going on there in the background that we don't have active. You can see there is some lag or frame drops there for when the XP is coming towards us. So hopefully this turns out well. I am gonna have to just review it before posting it, but obviously if you are watching this, then it's a-okay. But this last time happened with the combustion and didn't turn out very well. We couldn't see anything. You could only hear my beautiful voice. Okay, so we're gonna go for cast frequency of there. We don't need area of effect, so we can re-roll that. Grab Doom, why not? Damage, and even more multicast. Maybe by the end of this we can have 600% multicast on the Void. So that's actually pretty insane. I also know back in the day before curses were introduced and the runes were... oops, that hurt. Before the runes were introduced and curses weren't a thing, you could still use like a single skill and get 5 buffs on a character. That was when you could get like your shield wall, Mart, Bloodlust, and all that on a single character, and you were able to finish the game with just a Void. So, you know, that is how it was. That was really cool at the time. We are going to grab that little bit of multicast just at the end. So we are sitting on 72%. Oh, okay. 172% and 348. So, you know, 500 plus multicast on Void. Quite gross. But let's see who dealt the most damage over here. And it was actually Arcane Orb. So we got Arcane Orb last. damage modifiers, it's not O because it exposes? That's actually very interesting. I wonder why Shadow Orb didn't do more damage. But Fire Orb doing 30 million as well, 57 million from Shadow Orb, and Arcane Orb with 65 million. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more Silly Saturday videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.